Another day, you still got no bitches. Let's find out why. We're browsing the r/dating advice subreddit again, and I think I want to make this a common occurrence on my channel. I really like to go through some of these posts and just give my thoughts on what people think, what some people are going through when dating, and hopefully you guys can relate to these or get some entertainment out of it. Let's hop right into the first post of the day. Why are some men so entitled to sex so early? I've seen posts on the subreddit and r/dating where many men write in a style of, if she won't give it up in 3 dates, I'll go find someone else, or if I don't hit it by the second date, I'm out. Why are so many guys entitled to a woman's body? During sex, the woman is getting something inside of her body, and on top of that, carrying a risk of pregnancy. Men are not the ones getting something literally inside of them or carrying the biggest risks. Given that, it seems crazy for a man to expect that, one, some woman should trust him so early given the risks, and two, he can feel entitled to her body without even showing signs of commitment, providing for her, and giving emotional support. I know some of y'all will pick the providing part. If you pay for dates in order to reassure yourself that you are allowed to feel entitled for sex from her, you should get an escort. Even if you're spending, that does not mean you're providing emotional support too for her to feel comfortable to open her legs after 2 dates. I will say I agree with this. As men, you shouldn't feel entitled to sex, to anything really. If you want to pay for the date, if you want to do certain things for a girl, you want to pick her up, you want to take her somewhere fancy, that's up to you, right? I know a lot of women would be happy to go on dates that are completely free just for walks in the park. So if you choose to do all these things, that decision is up to you. And just because you are choosing to do these things doesn't mean you should expect anything from her. Would you expect anything from a girl that you're just going on a walk in the park with? Probably not. You guys are just hanging out, getting a vibe for each other, feeling each other out, hopefully literally. At the end of the date, you don't expect anything from her. It's just a casual thing. So you should kind of have the same mindset going into any type of date, especially if you're going to pay. And just looking at this post as a whole, if sex is something that you personally require by the second or third date, that's something you should communicate to the person you're on a date with, especially right away. If that's something you're looking to get, if that's something that you need in a relationship, you should tell this person. Don't wait till the second or third day when you don't get it and then start spazzing out on her, getting all bitter, all mad, throwing a tantrum. If you're a guy that really values sex in a relationship highly, you should communicate that to the person you're dating. And it's okay that you may want to have to sleep somebody on the second or third date to really find out if you like them. Some people are different. If they say, I don't know, or maybe they don't want to rush things too far, you have to be okay with it not happening. If you require that and you say, you can't give it to me, I can't be going out with you, that's all you can do. But don't act surprised. Don't feel entitled. Don't feel like you deserve something for no reason. You're there trying to figure out if you even like this person, get a vibe for them. You shouldn't be expecting anything from them. Because if shit goes bad, if you go on a bad date, do you expect anything to happen? You probably not contacting that person ever again. So just because it goes good doesn't mean you should expect good things to happen, right? I can't talk to women at all anymore. I'm 23, like me, so maybe I can help this dude. I'm just way too nervous and I freeze up and I just get too scared to even approach, and it's driving me crazy because I shouldn't be this way, but I hate myself for being such a coward. You don't gotta be nervous talking to women, bro. Honestly, I found that it's better for you to say dumb shit than to freeze up and be awkwardly standing there not knowing what to say. Just say the first thing that comes into your mind. Even if it comes off as a little awkward or maybe a little bit too straightforward or she might not resonate with it, just say it. You can easily build off of the response you get from them way easier than having to have this perfect thing, one thing that you say to your mind that's going to attract all the girls, because there's nothing like that out there that exists. At the end of the day, women are humans too. They want to be approached like regular humans. They want to be communicated with like regular humans, right? So just treat them like that. And another thing I learned is this guy mentions, I'm too scared to even approach. Well, if you don't have a reason to approach, you don't need to approach. I know a lot of people like to do this cold approach thing and just go up to random women and start talking to them, but I don't really necessarily believe that you even have to do that. I don't really even do that, right? If the situation calls for it, I'm in a social setting and I find a girl attractive and it makes sense to go up to her, talk about the party we're at or the event we're at, at a concert or something. Like, it makes sense to go up to her. But if you're out in public, she's going on a walk, she got her headphones in, you don't have to approach her. People think that, me going up to her out of nowhere is like a bold move and I should be proud of it. But sometimes the situation doesn't even make sense. So really think about when you're approaching women and if it's appropriate. Sometimes you just got to let it happen naturally. Approaching women is definitely a skill you have to master, and you have to know when to do it and make sure it's timely and makes sense. You can't just be going up to every single person you see just trying to fuck them. Oh yeah, I like the title of this one. Let's get into it. Ladies, please, this guy got all bold. Please make the first move. It is currently midnight. I'm waiting for my LSAT result, cannot sleep, and I have a rant stuck inside me. For the love of God, just ask him out. I cannot tell you how many times my friends have come to me asking why he hasn't said anything yet. Women are not incapable of initiating, and anyone who says they shouldn't needs to check their brain. As a woman, I cannot recall the last time I regret saying something. There's a 90% chance he'll flat out say yes, and if not, he absolutely 100% will be appreciative. Every single guy I've ever talked to has said they would love a woman making the first move. A confident woman is an attractive woman. Show what you want. Show you want him. Stop holding it in. Suck it up and send that text. Hey, are we in church today? Because I think she's preaching. Listen, ladies, you need to hear something out real quick. A lot of guys, especially maybe someone like me, can be clueless at times. There are so many interactions I've had with women where it's like I may have not caught on to something, and then my friends would tell me, bro, she was so into you, like she was staring at you for hella long, like yada yada yada, and I just don't see it. And it's not like I hate this person or I don't like him or I want to reject him or something. I literally just don't see it. It would be really good if you went ahead and made a little jab, made a little first move. The way women shoot their shot is by liking your pictures and expecting you to get the hint from there. Women don't even have to shoot their shot like that for a guy to really understand. But you got to do something, right? You got to start flirting, maybe like his story, right? Maybe insinuate you want to go out with him, right? This guy says he goes to the gym. You be like, hey, you know, I would like to come with you sometime. You could show me something. You don't have to cold approach, go up to a dude and start a conversation out of nowhere. Nobody's even asking you to do that. But a lot of women just feel afraid to even remotely suggest that they're interested in a guy. And then when the dude never ends up liking them, they're like, I can't believe he didn't like me. Like, no shit. You didn't flirt back. You didn't make compliments. You didn't, text him first. You always the person waiting on him. How is he supposed to tell that you like him? Men get approached very rarely, if at all. I haven't never been approached by a random woman in my life before. Never in my life. I don't know if that's rare. I don't know if that's a common occurrence. Y'all let me know in the comments if this happened to you before, but I've never had a random girl come up to me and say that she liked me, right? I've never been cold approached by a woman before. I don't even know how that feels like, but I could tell you right now that if that happened to me, if a girl approached me and, told me she found me attractive or whatnot, I would appreciate that. Women, you have a high success rate. At the very least, the dude will be appreciative. Go ahead and shoot your shot. Don't be afraid. It's okay to let them know. Even if it's in subtle ways like I mentioned by insinuating something, flirting back. Just give them little hints, but don't expect them to be mind readers. Okay, let's look at this one. Yesterday, I asked a girl for her number and she cried. I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong. We were at a party at, I guess, a mutual friend's apartment. I was making conversation with her, talking about a band she was wearing on her shirt. I thought I was being respectful. I wasn't touching her or anything. I wasn't being sexual or pushy. I thought I was just having a nice conversation with a cute girl. Around the time the discussion was hitting a lull, I steeled my nerves and asked for her number. She cried. Literally cried. Her friend came over and were mean to me. They said I was a creep and gross weirdo. I thought I did everything right. What did I do wrong? Before I comment on this, I want to reserve judgment. I'm going to go off what this person said. I don't know if they did anything wrong or weird that they're omitting off of this, because there's a lot of things you could be doing that may not translate or you may not notice, right? If your body language is a little too creepy, even if you're not touching her, even if you're not like saying anything overtly offensive, the way you stand and the way you portray yourself might be uncomfortable and awkward. Like if you're standing in the back like this talking to her, it's weird, right? Now crying for her, a little extreme. I don't really know how she got to that, but let's just go off what this guy said. Let's pretend he's a nice dude, very cordial, being respectful, yada yada. She ended up crying. You did nothing wrong as long as you are doing exactly what you portray in your post right here. This is just how life is sometimes, bro. Let me keep, this is an extreme version of it, but if a girl finds you attractive, the things that you do, she's gonna find endearing or cute or be into it. The same guy that she doesn't find attractive could do the same things and she'll be creeped out by him. That's just how it works, right? And I know as a guy, we may think we don't do that, but we might do that too, right? Let's just be real here, right? If you saw an overweight woman approach you and try to hit on you, you would kind of be a little weirded out and maybe awkwarded out and not really sure what to say, right? If a really hot looking woman approached you, supermodel, fit, slim figure, you would be a lot more receptive to that, right? You just got to put your head down and move on to the next one. She just didn't like you. You did nothing wrong, bro. As long as you were being respectful. You asked her about a t-shirt she was wearing. Like, that's a perfect conversation starter. You weren't touching her, being sexual or pushy. It's on her. She got some weird trauma, weird problems she got to deal with. Let her figure that out. All right, and this is going to be the last post of the video. And I kind of actually had a situation with a friend where she went through a similar thing. So I want to talk about it. I, 20 female, am kind of tired of guys just wanting sex instead of wanting to just hang out or go on a nice date. Now, I'm not saying all guys, but recently, guys my age have been just annoying. I don't want sex on the first date or second date or even third. I want to get to genuinely know you, hold hands, be stupid, and just have fun. But no, I'm a petite short girl, so it kind of just sucks that guys pay more attention to the fact that I'm tiny and can be thrown on a bed than my actual personality. Like I said, this isn't all guys. The nice ones I meet that are genuine just disappear after a while. At this point, I'm wondering if I should go for older men or just keep trying because I'll eventually find a guy I like. I'm young and I should be impatient, but nowadays it just kind of seems like everyone around me I know is just banging people left to right or has a boyfriend who makes them super happy. I'm surrounded by love and I kind of just want my own. I know for women, it's a different story when guys just want to bang you and they don't really want to get to know you. So I'm going to talk to my guys here. You know, I'm going to give some advice in a sec, but I want to talk to my guys here. Listen to me. Listen to me clearly, loud and clear when I say this, okay? This is the number one tip you can get when it comes to getting in bed with a woman, okay? Listen to me loud and clear. Guys who don't ask, guys who don't insinuate, guys who don't care about sleeping with a woman are the guys who are more likely going to sleep with a woman. If you're going on a date with a girl and your whole objective is to just be genuinely interested in that person, get to know them, find out more about them, you know, find out if you even like them in the first place, you are way, way more likely to sleep with this girl than if you just went in there with an ulterior motive to sleep with her. It's crazy that guys still think that this type of shit works. Being overly sexual, even insinuating anything sexual is just a big no-no, right? If she starts something, then you know that's your cue to kind of go in. Maybe you could throw little jokes here and there and read her body language, read her reactions to it, see if she's receptive to it. If not, you made a sexual joke, she didn't like it, pull back, enough with the sexual jokes. You should want to get to genuinely know them. What if she's crazy, right? What if the is crazy and starts getting attached after you drop off some What the you gonna do? She's gonna show up at your house at 2 a.m. crying, mascara. You did this to yourself because you wanted to bust a nut. Had you gone through the process of getting to know them, what type of person they are, you would have seen, oh, this bitch is crazy. Let me pull back before I get myself too deep into this, okay? A lot of guys are too obsessed with just getting into panties and don't even care about the actual person they're with. They're not an object. You're not just gonna toss them to the side, and you have to account for their feelings. They have responsibilities. They have their own life. They have emotions. They have interests, right? The internet has made us believe that these people are like NPCs or pictures on a screen. Like, you have to treat them like real people. You're not treating your homies like this, right? You actually care about your homies and want to know what they like and their opinion on shit. That's why you guys have dumbass arguments all the time, right? Why don't you do this with women? It don't make sense you treat your homies better than women. And like I said, bro, all the sexual stuff will come. If you're a good person, if you're being genuinely yourself, you being respectful, you know, obviously still valuing yourself and knowing your boundaries. If she disrespecting you, getting crazy on you, you know, trying to put you down, being rude, step back, say, I don't want this girl. I don't even want to sleep with her. I guarantee you, you go out on enough dates, you just be yourself genuinely. You don't push that stuff onto them. You just care about getting to know this person and find out who you're even getting yourself involved with. That stuff will come naturally. I promise you. For the woman's side, let me respond to her. You said not all guys, but some. And there's your answer. Not all guys, but some. I'm sorry, but that's how dating is. You're not going to find 100% success rate with every guy. What you just have to do is find those dudes that you found. Like you said, you found some genuine dudes before. What are their traits and qualities, right? Try to just find guys with those same traits and qualities, right? What if all these dudes that you think are genuine and nice are doing some certain things or exhibit some certain qualities? Look for dudes with the same thing, right? Let's say all the genuine dudes that you've met, you know, read books or something. I don't know, I'm making some shit up, but they all read books. Start looking for dudes that read books. Now, I'm not saying all dudes that read books are going to be genuine and nice, but you're going to have a much higher success rate in that pool if you see all the dudes you're attracted to and fulfill your desire in a relationship. Read books. I made videos on this before on traits to look for in a partner. Link in the description down below. If you're involving yourself with these people that just want to sleep with you and fuck, you're not doing enough background screening or checking. Obviously, the first date might be a situation where you do that and they might want to sleep with you on the first date. But if you're saying you go on a second date, even third date, if these people want to sleep with you on the first date and you could tell the qualities they have, they just want to don't go on a second date with them. Don't go on a third date with them. Dating is hard, especially in 2022. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you think of these videos, the dating advice videos. And yeah, stop asking for sex on a first date. It just never works. All right, I'm out. See you on the next one. Peace and love. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. I'm out. Bah!